De la nada a una metrópolis en pleno auge. Doral ha recorrido un largo camino y todo comenzó con el sueño y la visión de un hombre. Su nombre, Alfred Kaskel.
Alfred was born in 1901 in Poland, Russia, and then he escaped war times out in Eastern Europe, and in 1921 he took a ship, he was aboard a ship, and he landed in New York, and from there just created a living for himself, buying, selling, fixing up apartments, and his foundation was in New York, and then expanding out of New York, he came down to South Florida, and he actually, when he came to South Florida, he started out on Miami Beach. That's where his first 2 hotels were purchased. At the time, there was actually, Jews were not allowed to play on the golf courses that were out in the beach. So he said, I need to have an amenity for a lot of my guests that are coming, that are staying on the beach. Let's look out west and see what we can do to develop a golf course and a second resort.
A finales de 1950, Alfred y Doris Kaskel compraron 2.400 acres de tierras pantanosas en lo que hoy es el Doral, con la intención de construir un hotel de clase mundial con campos de golf. En 1962, el sueño de Kaskel se hizo realidad cuando abrieron las puertas del Hotel y Country Club, presentando 3 campos de golf. Y lo nombraron
Doral. My wife's name is Doris and my name is Al. But I was going to make it Doral. I was going to make it El Doral, but my wife is the boss.
Como la primera estructura del Doral, el Doral Hotel and Country Club se convirtió en el lugar de moda de la zona. En el segundo año de funcionamiento, Kaskel organizó el primer Doral Opening y nació el primer evento PGA de la Florida.
All eyes on Doral as we host one of the world's largest golf competitions, the Cadillac Championship. The biggest names in fashion, music, and golf coming to the Cadillac Championship.
Let's go back to 1985 because that was really what started the movement towards a city.
But over 70% of the entire population of Miami-Dade County living in what you call UMSA. So now, all the people that were in those municipalities where you had elected officials fixing your potholes, providing sidewalks and parks and libraries and schools. We had none of that out here.
Part of the reason was, and for every dollar that we paid in taxes, we got back 47 cents in services. We were a donor community.
La Asociación de West Dade Federation of Homeowners se formó en 1989 bajo el liderazgo de Morgan Levy para mantenerse firme frente a cualquier propuesta que amenace el bienestar de la comunidad.
What we started doing when issues that they were going to make decisions affecting our area, we would hire buses, we would get people on the buses, and we would take them downtown. Well, the bottom line is we developed a credibility. And then we started getting attention. We were able to work with those commissioners. They were learned all we were looking to do was to benefit our community.
I called our West Dade Federation attorney, John Fletcher, and I asked John Fletcher when West Dade should begin starting to incorporate, to think about becoming a city. He only answered one word: yesterday, Morgan. And we started on our pilgrimage to become a city.
Debido a sus esfuerzos, la policía del condado de Miami-Dade construyó su sede principal en lugar de una cárcel. Se implementaron estándares de desarrollos más altos, aparecieron más iluminación, más calles, etc.
Along the way, as the West Dade Federation was moving towards incorporation, another organization in the western part of our area sprang up, and that was called One Doral.
Truthfully, the big change came when the commissioner, who we felt as One Doral was not being very supportive of incorporation of the city of Doral, was removed from office. Governor Bush at the time appointed Jose Pepe Cancio, who was a Doral resident, who was also part of the original Doral Municipal Advisory Committee. And Commissioner Cancio, one of the first things he committed to doing was supporting the incorporation of the city of Doral, since he had been on the advisory committee. And he created a new advisory committee and was very supportive.
So that's where we worked to decide, okay, do the budget numbers work out in our favor for us to incorporate? Are we going to get into a lot of trouble with this if we go in over our heads? And so in the end, it worked out.
Eventually, right before the vote, Commissioner Cancio, who had promised he would only be an interim commissioner, Commissioner Diaz, Jose Pepe Diaz, who had been the Sweetwater mayor, then with our help, because we supported him, became the county commissioner, and Commissioner Diaz helped get the ball over the goal line on the official day that we had the vote for permitting the residents of Doral to go to a vote for incorporation. And then obviously they added the poison pill, which was the mitigation, where they would take a good chunk of our revenue for simply existing. Eventually, that's a story in itself, and it's one of the proudest accomplishments, I think, that we had in the first 9.5 years was getting rid of mitigation.
Together, after a few minor incidents, the two organizations have now come together and proceeded to elect the first mayor, and that was J.C. Bermudez. That was a great opportunity for the city to grow in the right direction, because Mayor Bermudez had the foresight and the ability to direct the city in the way that it would become in very short order, one of the outstanding cities in the United States.
La ciudad de Doral ha recorrido un largo camino en muy poco tiempo y está atrayendo la atención positiva de las empresas de Fortune 500, las empresas familiares, las familias jóvenes y de los jubilados.
Unfortunately, before we were just an area. And I think the thing I'm most proud of, there's three things I'm very proud of, but creating a sense of community was really the most important. And, I would add to that, I'd say it was also very important to create what I think is an efficient, effective, transparent government. And the third one is a government that's much closer to the people. People no longer have to go downtown to complain or to give their point of view.
Hoy, Doral está pasando por una transformación de desarrollo. Nuestro departamento de policía, hermosos parques, nuestros propios sistemas trolley, complejos residenciales de primer nivel y negocios en áreas como Downtown Doral, City Place, Midtown Doral. Cada vez más personas eligen al Doral como su lugar para vivir, trabajar, aprender y jugar. Lo que comenzó como pantano se ha transformado en una de las ciudades más bellas. La verdad más importante que aún existe hoy después de tantos años es el sentido de orgullo de la comunidad.
Many people are reluctant to answer the call for service, to get involved in a problem. They defer and they say somebody ought to do something about that. And they fail to understand or to accept that they are part of that somebody. And until our population, not only locally, but nationwide and worldwide, understands that they are a part of the problem and they have to help solve the problem, we'll never make progress. I think most of the people that I see in Doral, especially in the leadership today, understand that and are anxious to maintain the high caliber city that we have become.